What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And today we're talking about another Guns N' Roses true story. Now, typically in the past I've talked about songs, but I want to take this week off to talk about something different. You know, I've done one episode in the past talking about the Guns N' Roses pinball machine, and this week we're going to talk about Black Death Vodka and an endorsement deal that they signed with Slash back in 1991, 1992. Now, Black Death Vodka was known for their trademark skull and top hat that they had on the actual label of the bottle, and each bottle of Black Death actually came in a coffin case for a limited time between 1991 and 1992. So around the time that Black Death Vodka was around in 1989, it had actually been marketed in over 40 countries and won 3 gold medals at London's prestigious International Wine and Spirits Competition. So Slash did an interview with Rolling Stone back in 1991, just before the Use Your Illusion tour, and one of the interview questions was, will there be a sponsor for the tour? And Slash said, I'm willing to do it if there are no dumb ads and no dumb commercials. I want to do Black Death Vodka. Axl turned me on to it. I want Black Death Vodka to call me because I'll sponsor them, just me personally. And he was also asked, what about the band? Your managers have supposedly been talking to cigarette and beer companies about sponsoring the tour. Slash said, I guess we're doing it, but I don't want to sell out. I don't want to be the next Janet Jackson, MC Hammer, fucking Eric Clapton, or whoever else. We're doing a tour, and if they want to help pay for it, we'll use their name. We'll put banners up all over the gig. I don't give a shit. If there's free cigarettes and beer and they help pay for the tour, I don't care, but I'm not wearing a Budweiser t-shirt. I don't care if we do our own photos and it says Budweiser or Marlboro at the bottom of the page, but I don't want to do anything where I'm holding up something with a big smile on my face. And funny enough, during some of the shows that Guns N' Roses did in 1991, when they were starting off the Use Your Illusion tour, Axl actually wore a Marlboro shirt, and there was a couple other photos of him wearing the shirt as well. And then in the same interview, Slash was asked about whether he was concerned about a backlash from fans if they had different companies sponsoring the tour. He said, I don't think the fans will care. They all drink Budweiser and smoke Marlboros. I was worried about the parents and what they'd say about the cigarettes, but it's like some of the most influential personalities in baseball, football, basketball, and race car driving do ads. I mean, I advertise smoking constantly anyways. I can't help it. I don't see why cigarettes are any worse than beer. So sometime in early 1992, Slash signed a deal with Black Death Vodka to be its spokesperson, and they started taking out ads in Rolling Stone and Spin magazine, and they were basically called Slash for Black Death print ads. And immediately following this, there was controversy in the news. The U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms was not too pleased. They didn't have an issue with the actual drink itself. It was more having to do with the actual promotional packaging. So the actual vodka features a top-hatted skull. It's the same one that the actual department approved in 1989. Yet since that approval, they'd actually added a bunch of stuff, like they had a coffin-shaped packaging for it. They also had, the words Black Death Vodka, which refers to the bubonic plague. And the ATF at that time said, we're not going to allow this product to be sold in the U.S. unless they change their packaging. And at the time, the actual Black Death Vodka chief executive Tom Line says, this is a witch hunt, but these witches don't have broomsticks, they have great legislative capacity. So in 1992, while this controversy was going on, it wasn't just the ATF that was attracted to this actual controversy. Even the U.S. Surgeon General got involved. So in early 1992, she appeared on the Today Show to complain about the product. She said the product encouraged alcohol abuse on the part of young people, and within just a few days thereafter, the ATF sent Cabo, who was the distributor for Black Death Vodka, and gave them 10 days to stop selling the vodka. The letter said that Black Death labels violate ATF regulations because they mock the very real risks associated with alcohol consumption. Though this may have been true, it was unfortunate for the ATF that the laws and regulations do not cover mocking. The ATF claimed that the labels are misleading because they suggest that the product is poisonous. And this wasn't the first time that Black Death Vodka had been in trouble. Back in 1990, British soccer authorities struck down a sponsorship plan that would have had players from the 4th Division Scarborough in England wearing Black Death Vodka ads. Now, according to the book Selling Sin, there's a passage in there about Black Death Vodka, and they say at the time of the controversy, the CEO of the company was delighted with the publicity ignited by the controversy at the time. Sales rose from 5,000 to 20,000 cases a month, and the company even planned to capitalize on the momentum by introducing Black Hat Tequila, replacing the top hat with a black sombrero. So Slash even played a black guitar with the Black Death Vodka logo on it between 1991 and 1993. He was also spotted playing the guitar with a Black Death Vodka top hat and skull figure in Velvet Revolver. This photo is taken from 2004, and you can see the logo in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And then here's some news clips about Slash talking about endorsing Black Death Vodka, and a news clip about the controversy surrounding it.
And how is Jack Daniels?
It's good. They don't have it here, though. Can't find it anywhere.
Because your press manager said that you...
Well, I drink this stuff, too, you know.
Oh, Black Death. Yeah, I have heard. What about? Can you say something about Black Death?
It's vodka.
Yeah? And you are one who's...
We have an agreement.
Agreement?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I support them, and it's the only vodka that I drink, you know.
Because your press manager, Wendy, says that you are a fan of Jack Daniels and Axel homeopathic pills. Are you so different in lifestyle too?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm a little crazy.
In drinking news, Black Death Vodka, the Belgian liquor that recently signed Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash as its celebrity spokesman and immediately incurred the wrath of the U.S. Surgeon General Antonio Novello, was ordered this week to change its logo, its motto, and its packaging, or else be banned from the U.S. market. The Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms had approved the skull and top hat Black Death label in 1989, but suddenly decided that the logo resembled a symbol for poison and so might confuse consumers. Black Death representatives called this a witch hunt, and by week's end, the government had backed off a bit, delaying any final decision on the vodka's fate until mid-June.
So in June of 1992, the ATF actually canceled the label approval for Black Death Vodka. Around that time, the company had sold over 10,000 cases of Black Death on order or in shipment, and had already invested $1 million into the product, including their endorsement deal with Slash. At that time, the ATF explained the reason for revoking their actual label approval. They said, "We've said that Black Death, according to the dictionary, involves people with the bubonic plague. They're sort of mocking it. It gives a false impression to the consumer that it is okay to consume it." Now, Slash actually responded to the controversy in the same month of that year. He said he wasn't trying to lead youngsters into drinking through his endorsement of the vodka, nor was he in it for the money. His real purpose of doing the ads, many may ask, just to get the vodka, he said in Albany, New York at the time. He said it's good vodka, and he also said that the U.S. Surgeon General overreacted totally. He said he agreed to do the endorsement in return for a little money, t-shirts, and several cases of the product. Now, around the time that the actual label license had been rescinded for the product, the U.S. marketers of Black Death were actually going to rename it to Black Hat Vodka. So the marketers were a company called El Monte, and they had originally vowed to challenge the ATF ruling, but then decided to actually just change the name to Black Hat Vodka. And in July of 1992, according to an article from the LA Times, Black Death Vodka actually fought back against the U.S. government. They actually sued the government in the U.S. District Court in San Francisco, seeking substantial damages and an injunction preventing the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms from withdrawing label support for the actual vodka. And in October of 1992, Black Death Vodka actually won their appeal against the U.S. government. And you know, back in 1996, in October of that year, the same month that Slash left Guns N' Roses, he did an online chat with some fans, and he was asked, "Are you still signed to Black Death Vodka?" To which Slash replied, "Black Death paid me a bunch of money to endorse them and then disappeared." So somewhere between 1992 and 1996, you know, he stopped endorsing Black Death Vodka. Now, you can still buy Black Death Vodka online from whatever I've seen on the internet. I don't know if it's still available in the US or in Canada, but they're available on some UK sites, and you can still buy some Slash signed Black Death Vodka coffin boxes and bottles on eBay as well. So that basically does it for my look back at Black Death Vodka and Slash. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what your guys' thoughts were down in the description box below. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel for all things related to Guns N' Roses, and be sure to follow me on social media at Guns N' Roses Daily. Take care.